The Untold Adventures of Biao. Season 1. Episode 23. To cure the baby's illness as soon as possible, Mr. Gong searched for materials available in the village to exorcise. It could quickly cure the child's disease with less effort. All included half a bag of glutinous rice, a cup of rooster blood, and a wormwood branch with its leaves intact. Mr. Gong mixed glutinous rice with chicken blood, then applied it to the boy. Not long after, the sticky rice pile turned black and then completely black, and the surrounding also emitted an extremely unpleasant stench. It was like that for an hour. The baby's face also became rosier and slowly woke up. However, Mr. Gong also had to deal with that horrible smell thoroughly. Mr. Gong told the child's mother to boil water with wormwood. He lit another talisman and put the ashes in a glass of water for the child to drink. After a while, the baby's stomach was in severe pain and convulsing. Then the baby vomited up a lot of dense black like tar, and moreover, it had an extremely disgusting stench. After vomiting everything out, the baby was recovered entirely and gradually stabilized. He even called his mother and said he was hungry. When he saw that his son was completely healthy, Juan was so happy that he burst into tears. He immediately took the money and gave it to Mr. Gong to thank for saving his son. However, Mr. Gong immediately refused. He said that he received the short sword 10 years ago already. If Biao knew this, he would probably complain about it all day. At this time, Biao and Fei were also very busy. They followed the owl for half an hour. Though the owl flew in the sky at a low speed, both of them still had a hard time running. After flying for a while, the soul-revoking owl stopped on the roof of a house. It could be guessed that this place was the house of the shaman last night. Both of them believed that this was the place. Fei was about to rush in when Biao stopped him. Biao said that his father kept reminding him that this Miaoging shaman was not easy to deal with. They had to be absolutely careful. Inside, a middle-aged man sat on a mattress on the ground, holding something in his hand. This middle-aged man was dressed in local clothes. Right now, he was using thatch to tie the puppet. He mumbled the incantation as if casting a curse. While having a proud expression on his face, suddenly, he felt pain all over his body as if he was cursed by an evil spirit. The pain made all of his strength in the body disappear. At that moment, he was shaking all over and soon fell to his knees. His whole body was cold and sore, not even able to stand up. At that moment, the door swung open. Biao and Fei knew that there was no danger anymore, so they rushed inside. This time, the shaman had no way to escape. Seeing the ferocious appearance of the two, the shaman tried to stand up and was about to protest. "Who are you two? How dare you come in here? Do you believe that I will kill you? It's terrible to pretend to be fierce. If you have the abilities, then show us all. Let me tell you, your black magic was dispelled by my dad. This time, you died already. Fei, hurry up and beat him." "What? Am I first again?" Biao boasted and threatened a few sentences but suddenly remembered that his father had reminded. There were many poisonous worms on this shaman's body. So Biao waved his hand to pretend to fight but then asked Fei to rush forward. Biao cheered Fei up while standing behind and laughing. Fei said an angry look at the old mage. Seeing Biao like that made Fei even angrier. He approached the shaman. Biao saw this and retreated to the door. Unexpectedly, it turned out that the shaman just pretended to be dangerous. As soon as he saw Fei's aggressive appearance, he was trembling with sweat. "What do you want to do?" I am so powerful. Then don't harm children, aiming me instead. Don't move. You stop it." Regarding Juan, He was still worried if his son recovered completely or not. "Mr. Gong, is it okay for my son to be like this?" "It's okay. I've already subtracted the poison worms. But we still have to wait for my son to capture the shaman to break the spell. Otherwise, the curse would still be detrimental to the boy." They talked for a long time about nothing but the baby. In the end, it was Wan's only son, so he was so worried. He even didn't know who was so cruel to harm his son. While talking, there was a voice outside the door. It was Biao's voice. "Dad, we're back. Both going back and forth are 10 miles. I'm tired to death." It turned out that Biao and Fei returned with the owl from finding the shaman. They were accompanied by a middle-aged man about the same age as Wan. This man was beaten that his nose was bloody, and his face was swollen. As soon as Biao and Fei entered, they kept stealing the words of each other. The person in the middle was the one who secretly used the spell to harm Wan's son. "It's weird. He doesn't look like the shaman of Miaoging. Dad, while we arrested him, we caught him using this." Just by looking, Mr. Gong saw that this shaman was also an ordinary northerner. It did not look like any related to the shaman of Miaoging. But Biao caught the evidence. It turned out to be a cadaver puppet curse. It's just basic black magic. As soon as Mr. Gong held the straw puppet, he immediately understood that this person may just learn it somewhere. This was only the lowest level black magic of Miaoging shaman. Mr. Gong was about to ask. At that moment, Wan's wife came out of the house. As soon as she saw that middle-aged man, she shouted angrily. Strangely, it seemed that she and this middle-aged man knew each other for a long time. As soon as she saw him, she was outraged, cursed and rushed towards him as if she wanted to beat him to death. While everyone was surprised, Wan stopped his wife for fear of being harmed by the shaman. But he did not understand what was happening indeed. The middle-aged man, who seemed to know he was guilty, hid behind Fei's back and trembled. The wife yelled at her husband not to be in charge. She told him his name was Diao Lu, a shameless rogue. Wan's wife at this time was very impatient. She even threw her husband's hand out and pointed at the shaman's face and called his name. The wife was angry and began to talk. It turned out to be a story from 10 years ago. At that time, Wan was not married to her. The two were just dating only. One late evening, when she was standing in front of a small alley waiting for Wan to pick her up, she did not know that someone stalked her behind, probably with no good intentions. Right after that, the guy came forward and pounced on her. He pushed her against the wall of an old house in the dark alley, intending to rape her. She was terrified, but it turned out that it was a popular rogue in the village when she looked closely. It was Diao Lu. At this point, she got angry. If it was an unknown outsider, she would be so scared that she couldn't move. But this guy was a well-known bastard in the village, everyone knew him. Nor did he have any courage. At this point, she was so angry and put all her strength on the knees and kicked his crotch. This time, it really ended. Diao Lu was in so much pain that he couldn't even cry. His eyes widened, tears welled up. Wan's wife took this opportunity to run away. Before she left, she didn't forget to curse him a few more sentences to vent her anger. She shouted at this bastard horribly. Diao Lu was in so much pain. His face was pale, his hands held his crotch and he couldn't stand. Wan's wife hurriedly ran away. After a short distance from him, she scolded him again and then disappeared. Even if all the men in the world died, she would never pay attention to this scoundrel. It was nearly 10 years already. No one could think that Diao Lu would come to take revenge at this time. Wan heard his wife recounted and became angry. He wanted to rush to beat Diao Lu. Fortunately, there was Mr. Gong calmly stopped. Bastard, are you asking for a beating? Wan, calm down a bit. Everyone who heard the story found it both sad but funny. Because Wan's wife told them his crime, Diao Lu bowed his head and trembled. Biao and Fei were constantly teasing him. Hey, old man, you are too shameless. You really have great courage, brother. At that time, in a state of shame and anger, Diao Lu angrily rushed towards Wan and his wife. Fortunately, Fei was able to react quickly and hold him tight. This woman deserves to die. Do you think that kick was easy? Diao Lu's mood at this moment was suddenly extremely emotional. He glared at Wan's wife, then lowered his face to tears. Do you know why I haven't found a wife for so many years? Do you know what trouble your kick has caused me? Do you know how humiliating the feeling of disability with women is? The more Diao Lu spoke, the more emotional he became. It looked like he was angry with himself and was about to cry. Hearing what he said, he really suffered significant damage due to that kick of Wan's wife. The people there listened to him babble for a while and finally understood. Perhaps this kind of pain could only be understood by man. Everyone was shocked. Oh my God, you turned out to be a disability. That's why I want to kill your descendants. This pitiful bitch. Wan's wife stood there listening and coldly scolded him for being like this. The more Diao Lu spoke, the angrier he became to rush forward. But there was nothing he could do as Fei pinned him down.